Okay, so we know that you're not able to have groups, so we're going to help try to make a group scenario right now. And I'd like you to think about, if you like this subject, I want you to find a partner and we can maybe work through some things. But as you can see, this is called Judge Your Neighbor. So today's little group for the whole jail today is Judge Your Neighbor. It's by a lady named Byron Katie, and it's really effective. And you're going to see some questions like, we're going to talk about somebody that may have made you angry one day. We want to try to identify that person and how they either angered you or confused you, hurt you, disappointed you. And then why? What did they do to do that? Number 2 question is, how in this situation, how do you want, I put her or him, to change? Today's example of Clarence is going to be a lady named Amy, so you'll see the word her, but it could be her or him, and you fill in the blank of that person. So number 3 question in this situation, what advice would you offer? And Clarence is going to say, well, she should have, done this. This is going to be pretty cool. You're going to see some things. If you do this practice here, it's going to bring some things out and help. By the end of this practice, if you do this, I think you're going to feel better about some things. Number 4, in order for you to be happy in this situation, what do you need her to think, say, or feel? And number 5, what do you think of her in this situation? Amy is mean. Amy is, you just flat out be bold here and say exactly what's on your mind. And number 6, what is it about this person and situation that you don't ever want to experience again? I don't ever want to go through this, that, and the other. So let me get back to our first question. And Clarence is really, me and Clarence were talking about this earlier, and it's a big subject. And I could see the emotion coming up out of Clarence. He's gone through it. So, all right, Clarence, we're thinking about a person right now. Mm-hmm. And who's the person that comes to mind that's done something like confuse, hurt, anger you, sadden you? Who is that person?
Lady named Amy.
Okay.
So Amy angers me. Mm-hmm. Amy frustrates me. And if I'm not careful to create an outlet, bitterness is developed in me.
Okay. So the question I'm going to ask is why, and it sounds like she has angered you, she's frustrated you. Why? What is...
Because Amy does a lot of things to me that she does not want done to herself. Amy does not listen to me when I tell her what she does to me and how it makes me feel. So she hears me, but as soon as she hears something that she doesn't like, she shuts me down and just starts chiming in. And this Amy is somebody who has authority in my life. So
this is a loved one.
Right. So it's not like they're someone of equal status or I have to watch how I talk to Amy because I could be guilty of disrespecting her.
Okay.
As someone who at some point in my life raised me.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Absolutely. So if we start over again, if you're doing this, if you want to do this, number 1, you're looking at finding the person. Who is that person? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to tell. You could put up another name. You don't have to describe that person. You can keep it anonymous. But make up a name or whatever and bring that person to the surface. And so as you can see on my end, I'm trying to hear him out. And I'm not trying to correct him. I'm just trying to hear him out and allow him to voice what's going on in here that's bothering him. Mm. So I think this is going to be a great practice for you. We're going to go to number 2. And again, we'll repeat that question, and that is, in this situation, how do you want Amy to change? So, Clarence, how do you want her to change? She should do what?
She should first ask herself, is what Clarence telling me true? And if so, why don't I try doing what he's requesting? So if you're Amy and I'm saying, stop right there. What you just said to me pisses me off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she self-denials and I say, okay, let's flip roles. I'm you and you're me, and imagine me telling you, Amy, what you're saying to me. Would that upset you? Yes. Well, why is it okay for you to do it, but I can't?
Right.
So
right.
I think she needs to learn to be more considerate, hear what I'm saying, and I think that's it.
Okay, sure. She should be more considerate.
More
she should
considerate.
Hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. In this situation, what advice would you offer her? Amy should do this.
Amy should put herself in my shoes and my position. And in some cases, Amy is me. And I am, for Amy, a ear to listen. And so when she gets done the way she does me, I'm who she calls. And she complains to me about how she got treated. So during this time, I will say, I'll hear her out, then I say, Amy, what you just described to me is exactly what you do to me.
Mm.
Right?
Right.
So then she gets mad and say, see, this is why I don't tell you anything. But what approach can I take for you to understand that what you are doing to me is hurting me?
So I what I'm hearing from Clarence is, okay, I want to be straight up with this loved one of mine. I want to be straight up with her. She ain't gonna have it. She ain't gonna. So this practice is good. At least you get it off your chest with someone else, and trust me, it's gonna feel better. There is an old Proverbs talking about how we need to bear each other's burdens, and so this is what this practice is. This little exercise is bearing each other's burdens. So Clarence is like, hey, listen, I want to give you some truth, Amy. This is the truth. And she's not going to even allow him to get there. So this is a moment on our end as the listener end to just let him get it off his chest, which, of course, poor Clarence has to hear my stuff all the time. Here's son number one, here's son number two, here my wife, my kids. So he hears all my stuff all the time. I feel much better. I feel like, man, sorry, Clarence, for knocking you out with all this information. But it makes me feel good. I know to get it all out. So we're going to go to number 4. In order for you to be happy in this situation, what do you need Amy to think, say, or feel? And some of this, we've kind of brought it out, but we'll go back to the question again. So, Amy, I want you to think, feel, what do you...
Okay. So, in order to make me happy, Amy needs to feel exactly how I feel when she does it to me. And so, for instance, when I try to show her, when it gets done to her by her superior or someone else, and she calls me and tells me about it, and I tell her that's how I feel, and she shuts me down, it would make me happy if she had to endure it without being able to take the frustration out on me, but she had to really rest in that place and really feel it and allow me to be heard.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it will make me happy if she had to just sit in that for a while.
Yeah.
It will make me happy if I could tell her what I'm telling you right now. I can't tell her this. I've tried it. I have literally tried it for my entire life. From every potential angle, every way possible. And the only way that she will hear me is when I'm not heard. So I've been forced to hear your junk. And anytime I have an opinion and it's contrary to what you feel or believe, it's not, I don't want to hear it. So she should have to hear how I feel. She should have to rest in how I feel when she's done like that. So now she can have some empathy, right? And I should be able to say to her when she feels that way, that is exactly how I feel, and here's why I feel that way.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Number 5, what do you think? Flat off the bat. Amy is mean.
Okay.
Amy is...
I got a few things. Amy is, first of all, she is very broken because I know her history.
Right.
And second, Amy is selfish because Amy is aware of what she is doing.
Right.
She knows what she's doing when she's shutting individuals down who care about her. So she's broken, but she's selfish because she is intentionally shutting the ones down who care about her and who she's venting to. Amy is not being honest with herself because I am telling you truth, and when you're no longer upset, you'll agree to a certain extent. So you know what I'm telling you or attempting to tell you is true. So I think she's selfish. I think that she's broken, and I think that in a sense she's a bully. She's a bully.
In this number 5, tell it how it is. What's in your mind? She's a blank. She's this. Just get it off your chest. Tell it how it is. Don't hold back. Because this is this is a big part of the healing. It's got to come up. So this is the last one, number 6. What is it about this person and situation that you don't ever want to experience again? I don't ever want Amy to do this. Or what do you not want to experience again?
Although I know I will experience this, I would love to just shut Amy out and say, you know what? You stay over there and I'll stay over here. When you get into a mess, do not call me because you don't want to hear what I have to say. Or before you get in the mess, and I am saying, do not go down that path. There are potholes. There is a vicious dog down that path. There's someone with coronavirus. And you don't listen. I don't want to ever see you again.
Yeah.
Really.
Right.
When you turn into this person who is shutting me out and just want to be able to tell your truth, but you don't want me to tell mine, I don't ever want to see that person again.
Right.
I can't stand the broken part of Amy that puts walls up.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah. So if you guys want to try this out, and maybe this is a little bit too hard to do, if you want to try an easier situation, but it's a good practice to do. Or you feel like, well, there's nothing really bothering me, and that's great too. But anyway, we encourage you to do it. And man, I'm serious. Me and Clarence have been practicing this just before we're doing this today, and we're like, man, this is real. This is good. So we're very thankful for the author, Byron Katie, who wrote this, and so hope you guys can utilize this. And please, if you guys like what we're doing here, because we're trying to supplement the groups that won't be here for a while until everything clears up again. So we're trying to figure out something for you guys. Let us know. Kite us. Give us information. What is it? What study? What group? What subjects you need to talk about? We're going to try to get into some more. AOD. So for all the recovering issues, we're going to try to start hitting in that. Some other peace of mind. If you're dealing with battling of the mind and stuff, that's a big issue, obviously. So go ahead and write us. Let us hear from you. And if you think this is worth it, man, just say, Sheriff, I think they should continue to do these classes, and maybe we can get the powers to be to try to help make more stuff here. So we're trying to encourage them to get behind this and make it happen. So appreciate your time, and try to do it. And if not, maybe try to hear some other folks. Be a good listener, man. There's a power of listening. You got something simple about this whole thing is if something's in your heart, and you find someone that will listen to you, you've done half the work there. Everybody right now, we're asking you to be a therapist, and the simple part of it is being a good listener and just trying not to judge. Let it all come out. Not, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. No. Oh, I hear your anger. I hear it. And let it all come out. I'm telling you, it makes the other person feel real good. And hopefully you'll get your turn too. So thanks a lot.